Hey friends, and welcome to the Peacock Homestead. If you are new here, my name is Elizabeth from the peacockhomestead.com. So today we are going to be doing a few different things. I'm going to show you a soup recipe. I'm going to be making blueberry jam and granola. And I'm also going to be showing you a little grocery store haul. So this is like my weekly small grocery store haul. For this month, actually, because I bought some dog food and laundry soap and cat litter. So this is the laundry soap that I get when I don't have time to make my laundry soap. And then I use Tidy Cat's litter because it's the only thing that's strong enough to work for 3 males getting the stink out of the litter. And we clean it 3 times a day. And that's their urinary cat formula that we get. And then we get Blessing and Jack some lamb and rice formula. And I also make them whole chicken and then use the bone broth from that to feed them. We also got a little thing of pine shavings, and those are about $8. And there is that. And then I found some hamburger and a steak on sale and some shredded steak. So I usually try to get the sales of meat and then I'll put them in the freezer. And I got some good deals on hamburger. And then I'm going to be making Philly cheesesteak subs with that. So I'll show you what I did with this steak on the next video. And then I usually get myself and my husband a little treat. So we got some Wheat Thins, tomato basil crackers, a nice big size. We stocked up on some toilet paper, and we got some instant latte just for a treat to try it out. I usually never get that, but I always have to get my blueberry coffee. And I usually get Dunkin' as well, but I didn't get it this time. And I got a couple gallons of milk. I was gonna can one of these gallons up. I usually get 8 to 9 cans. That's my paper towel that I got. I love that brand. It works well and it's got an okay price for it. And then we got some cream cheese for all the bagels that we make. I'm going to be making a green onion and cheddar bagel soon, so I'll show you guys that. I got some dish soap. And then I also stocked up on some roasted almonds for making granola. And I also stocked up on some honey. I got this for $17, but it's 5 pounds. And I got a big bag of carrots. We'll be utilizing that for these 2 months. So I stocked up on carrots. Then I also got 50 square feet of parchment paper. I like the unbleached. And then of course I had to get Blessing her balls, and I got little Jackie a little toy that I forgot to show. We got some butter here, and I got my King Arthur all-purpose flour, non-bleached. I got a little 5-pound bag of sugar. I got some shampoo. That'll last us for 2 months. So that was my grocery haul from Walmart, and I spent $239.99 between Walmart and Tractor Supply. And these are the amazing magazines I want to show you. I didn't get my other one yet, but I did get this one, Self-Reliance, and I'm going to be showing you some really cool things in here. So we're going to be making candles soon. And then this is my medicinal haul. So I'm going to be making some salves and creams and lotions with this. So I got mango butter, some castor oil here, and that's the mango butter. Of course I used some already and I made a little cream for hubby. I got some rose petals. So I believe this is 8 ounces. It looks like a lot. And I got some dried lavender flowers. And then I usually get a pound of my herbs and stuff when I order them, so I don't got to keep reordering them, because that's kind of, it gets to be expensive. And then I got this bag of calendula flowers, about a pound, and that lasts me for the whole year. And so I stocked up on all of this, and together I spent $91 for my medicinal haul. And I'm super excited to show you guys some really neat stuff in this magazine. It's a homesteading magazine, and I got this for $26 for the whole year for both magazines, the Backwoods Home magazine and Self-Reliance. And then this is my new planner, and it is by Erin Condren. And one of my New Year's resolutions is to try to write things down, like all my appointments and my things that, like, for my garden and whatnot, and try to be more organized this year. So that's what that looks like. It's pretty neat. You can choose to get it horizontally or vertically. I did get it my days horizontal, so I can just write them all across, all my appointments and whatnot. But there's little calendars in here. There's a calendar. It has for every month, and then you can write down horizontally or vertically, however you order it. You can get your name on the front, and however you can kind of customize it to your liking and the way you live your life and how you plan things. So this is just like a little checklist I can organize. And these are all these stickers. So I thought that was neat. And this is my third Erin Condren organizer. So I've been doing this for a little while, but I'm trying to stick with it this time and write things down, because I always, things always come up and I always forget. And I try to stay on top of appointments, especially bringing my husband to his appointments. And there's a little Erin Condren name on my little binder. But I got these beautiful little watercolor flowers. I thought it was so pretty. I'm super excited to use this. And you can just go to the website and order yours and customize it for you. And these are my beautiful cinnamon rolls I'm starting. So I got myself a little Christmas present, and it is called Daily Sourdough, this book, and it is by Lisa Bass. She has so many wonderful recipes in this. It just came out, so you can go to her website to get the recipe, and they turned out beautiful. And you'll find the recipes and everything on farmhouseboone.com. So these are sourdough cinnamon rolls, and they turned out amazing. So this is them. They're going in the oven, and then we are going to be frosting them. And this is what they look like coming right out of the oven. They're so bubbly and amazing, and the whole house smells just like Christmas. I love it, with the cinnamon, and they puffed up pretty nice. You're using baking soda and sourdough, but she has a recipe over on her blog if you want to look at that. And of course, my pups are helping me. They always help me with everything because they're my besties. And we're going to get the cream cheese frosting on here. So all I did for the frosting is I put about a tablespoon. And then I did my powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. And then we're going to get that right on top and enjoy these beautiful cinnamon rolls. So I'm super excited to let you guys know that for the next 2 months, I'm going to be joining in on the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, and Jessica hosts that over on the Three Rivers Homestead. It's about using up what you have in your pantry and your freezers and all the things that you have stored up that might go bad, like everything in your freezer, to make room for the new harvest for next year, and the new crops that you bring in, and all the animals that you have butchered, and you're going to be using that up. So I'll be doing a no spend for 2 months and trying to save money. I'm super excited for that. And you can see all the rest of the wonderful families that are going to be joining as well. And it's just about getting creative in your kitchen and about using all of the food that you harvested this year and making room for the new year. And look how wonderful those turned out. They're so warm and sweet, and they give you a comfort feeling. And they're wonderful to have for breakfast or any time of the day, actually. And if you just heat them up in the microwave for about 30 seconds, it'll make it feel like they just came out of the oven. And this is the start of my homemade blueberry jam. And you'll find this recipe on my blog, thepeacockhomestead.com. So they're just going in the steam canner. I like to steam can them. And today was also a sourdough bread day. We usually stock up once a week, usually on my days off. I make bagels and bread and granola and all the things that we eat up every week. And I've been tweaking my recipe, and I'm super excited for you guys to take a peek at that on my blog. And here is the blueberry jam all done processing. So I'm taking those out, and then I'm going to let them cool and let the lid seal overnight. And I'll come back and clean the jars up and label them and stick them on my pantry shelf. And those will be good for at least a couple years. I always, when I pop open my jars, I listen for the little noise, the air coming out, and then I give it a sniff test, and if it's good, it's good. We will eat it. These I have a plan with. I will be making some turnovers, homemade Pop-Tarts, using it on toast and whatnot. So these turned out wonderful with a little bit of lemon. They were delicious. And I did not need pectin for these because it was a beautiful jam. And we are going to be making homemade granola today as well. So I got my almonds, my cinnamon. I've been using quick oats because it's easier to chew. It bakes up just as well as the old-fashioned oats. And then I have some honey and oil. And I do have a video how to make that. It is one of my older videos, but it is how to make granola from scratch. And this turned out delicious as well. So this is going to go in the oven on 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes. And I flip it a couple times in between baking it. So I'll just check it and whatnot. And then we can store it in the freezer and just take it out as needed. And it makes about 2 pounds. This is how our granola turned out. It turned out pretty nice. So we're going to be putting that on yogurt, eating it for cereal, and we'll be stocked up on that for another week. This day, hubby wasn't feeling very well, and so I decided to make him some nourishing turkey soup with my homemade turkey bone broth. And that is very healing. It has many minerals and it's very nourishing for your body. As well, it speeds up, when you're sick, it speeds up your recovery. So I am making him this today, and we are going to both enjoy this wonderful turkey soup. And my recipe will be on my blog, thepeacockhomestead.com. I'm putting some onions in this, and I'm also putting some fresh garlic. And of course, I use all my garlic to plant all my seed garlic, so I had to get some. I cannot live without garlic in this house or onions. And the smell was amazing. So I use salt and pepper, and I also use chicken bouillon. Here I'm adding some mushrooms. And I found a turnip in my fridge that needed to be used up. And as well as I added a couple of carrots. So I sauteed the onions and garlic and the mushrooms. And then I added the turnip and the carrots. And then I added the bone broth. And the one spice that I really love, is my favorite, is herbes de Provence. And you can make that yourself because it does get really expensive at the store if you buy little bottles of it. So what I did is I purchased a 1 pound bag of Italian seasoning and a 1 pound bag of lavender flowers. And I added the Italian seasoning and layered the lavender flowers in it. And that's my herbes de Provence. And so I just had made that just the other day. So I think I'm using up the little jar that I had before. And that's one way you can definitely save money, is buying all your spices and stuff in bulk. And because they want to nickel and dime you to death at the store, when you can just order them in bigger quantities online and save so much more money. So here I'm adding about 2 cups of shredded turkey. And then I'm going to be adding that turkey bone broth. And then all my spices. And for just a little bit of flavor, I added about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of the chicken bouillon, and it was amazing. I love the flavor of this. I'm not a soup person, but my husband is, so I try to make him some soups, and I make it really tasty so I can enjoy it as well. So you'll definitely see me making some soups during this pantry challenge, just to stretch out our meals a little bit. And especially being more intentional with using all of that bone broth, the turkey and chicken that I had canned up for the winter. So that's my little container of herbes de Provence. See, that little container was $5. And so I made a whole year's worth. And doing it that way will save tons of money. So I did the math, and we saved quite a bit of money when you are buying in bulk. So I'm going to let this cook a little bit. And the other thing you can do is, when that's all cooked up and the vegetables are al dente, you can cook up noodles separately in a different pot and just add the noodles so they don't become soggy. And that's one of the little tricks I've learned too. I didn't do it this time, but it is a good idea for next time. And I'm going to be serving this with a little slice of sourdough bread that I had made, and a little bit of butter on it, and it's going to be so delicious. I can't wait for this. And it's going to be a nice little comfort meal, and to hopefully help my husband feel a little better from not feeling so well today. it's time to eat. So I'm gonna enjoy this soup, and we are going to enjoy all of the hard work that I do. I got this granola here that I need to put in the freezer, and all the beautiful blueberry jam, and we are gonna enjoy this winter. And then our bread we have made for the week, it usually lasts from Sunday to Sunday, 2 loaves. And now I'm just gonna can up this turkey bone broth real quick. This is the carcass from Thanksgiving, so that was exciting to get that out of the freezer. It kind of takes up a lot of room, but now we have some beautiful soup starters, or just you can drink it in a glass warmed up if you're not feeling well, and that'll literally bring you back to life. This is homemade chicken or turkey bone broth. It's kind of one of the easier things to pressure can because it only takes around 25 minutes, and you cook it all day, and it's kind of hands off, and it's a wonderful thing to have on your shelf, especially when you're not feeling up to cooking or anything. You can just take a few jars of your veggies and your chicken bone broth, and then you have a nice, lovely soup for you and your family, or for when you're not feeling well. So I'm putting this in the canner. It's going to be going in for about 25 minutes for these quarts. And for my area, it's going to be at 13 to 15 psi. And of course, Jackie is helping me, and Tigger and Blessing as well. They are my besties. He's so proud of himself. He is learning how to catch a ball, and he gets so excited when he actually catches it. He's such a doll. Finally, the last project is all done. I got the bone broth coming out of the canner, and I'm gonna let these sit until the next day as well, and let them all seal, and then I will clean them off very well, because sometimes I siphon and they get all greasy on the outside. And then we're gonna label them and put them on our shelf. And that'll do it, friends. And that is the last part of my video that I wanted to show you. And if you do like this kind of content and you want to see more of my videos, give me a like and a subscribe, and I appreciate it so much. And I wish you all many blessings, a happy new year, and I will see you on the next video. And don't forget, the pantry challenge starts January 1st. Bye, friends.